What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome to my very first video on FifaGamingHD. This is going to be called Shooting for Silverware. Those of you that have ever been on my personal channel would have seen this series in FIFA 11 quite a bit, and basically what I do is I build a team to go into a specific trophy and try and win the online trophy with that team. As you can see here, I've got a full silver team, so I'm going to be entering the silver tournament. It's called the Silver Regionals. And basically I just give you highlights of the 4 games all the way up to the final. I only, sometimes I'll play a tournament and get to the semi-final and lose. I won't actually show any of those attempts. I only show an attempt if I get to the final, regardless of whether I win or lose. So you're going to see a final appearance. The first game we come up against this fully Swedish team. People that tend to build full national teams seem to know a little bit about the game, or enough about the game to pose some kind of a problem, and this guy did just that. He scored with Judetti in the 3rd minute. But when people take the lead against me, I'm a skiller primarily, but when people take the lead against me, it really makes me want to get back on terms. So I try my hardest. I turn a little bit sweaty and whatnot, and try my best to score any goal. Score a really nice goal with FifaGamingHD there, and just coming into the 22nd minute, another nice goal of El Shaarawy, doing the Ronaldo chop away from the keeper and sliding it under his body just to get the 2-1. He got a penalty just after half time, and not surprisingly tucked it away. But this game, to be perfectly honest, this was probably the hardest game. Scoring an amazing goal with FifaGamingHD there, great finish into the top corner. But yeah, this as the first game in a tournament was probably the hardest game for me. As you're gonna see why. There's just goals galore in this game. If you guys don't know, you can check out my main channel. I post FIFA Ultimate Team videos every single day. At the moment, I'm running a series called 100 and Out, which is me basically taking any given player and attempting to score 100 goals with him in as quick a time as possible. But the first series I did with that was with Heskey, and I got 100 goals in 42 games. So if you want to check that out, go ahead over to my channel and let me know what you think about it. In the quarterfinal, we come up against a guy with a Motherwell badge, and he's called Dundee. So unsurprisingly, he's got a Scottish League team. He's got 90 chemistry, so again, it could be a pretty decent game. He's got good chemistry, and he's built the team all from one league, which always says to me, this guy knows what he's doing when it comes to Ultimate Team, which also says to me kind of like he knows how to play the game. However, I do think of myself as a bit of a good FIFA player, and I score a super goal with FifaGamingHD. The Ronaldo chops sometimes are the most simple goals to score, and we go in. Some pretty poor defending there from the guy. We take El Shaarawy in on goal, and just a very simple set of skill moves. Tried the Rabona, missed, but Liete there, who's one of my favourite Brasilvas, he goes for about 150,000 coins now, just slots home nicely into the far corner. So that's 2-0 after just 29 minutes, and not almost, directly from kickoff, the guy, you can tell when people are getting frustrated at this game, because they start just losing their discipline very easily. And this guy, again, just very silly defending, very cheap defending. He brings his keeper out, so just nice little ball over the top there to El Shaarawy, who heads it in and makes it 3-0. And like I say, at this point, the guy had enough. I get a corner just a couple of minutes later again, and the header comes out, and El Shaarawy with a super overhead kick straight into the top corner. And that was just 34 minutes in, guys. And at this point, after scoring 3 goals in 6 minutes, the guy put his controller down, which makes the game very boring for me. So the only thing I did do was, in the second half, I went ahead and scored the 5th goal, just so that I could get the coin bonus for scoring 5 goals, because you don't get any coin bonus for scoring more than 5 goals. So I thought I'd just score that 5th goal, get that coin bonus, and then I left it from there. I just kept possession of the ball, let the clock run down, simply because otherwise, if I keep trying to score and his keeper gets the ball, he gets goal kicks and stuff, it takes so long for the time to go by, because you have to wait the full 15 seconds before he takes the kick off automatically, and when he gets a goal kick, you have to wait the full 10 seconds before you get the goalkeeper kicks the ball automatically and stuff. And so it's just a lot easier for me to stay in possession. Basically, we get into the semi-finals. This guy's called Barcelona. So yeah, again, he's got a very, I think this guy's got a good team anyway. I actually don't remember. Yeah, he's got a 100 chemistry team. As far as I'm aware, that's a Spanish-based team, a Liga BBVA silver team. And I know for sure Vice on the right hand side of the midfield, well, right hand side of the tree out front, is super fast. So I did think that this, you have to excuse the train in the background there. My window's wide open and they're very loud as they go by. So we have a nice goal again from El Shaarawy there. And in the second half, at this stage, my girlfriend came into my room and started talking to me, and I just wasn't paying attention. So he scored a cheap goal, and I had the majority of the game. So conceding a goal to this guy when I was absolutely dominating him was very annoying. So I thought, you know what, I'm just going to go and make sure I get back in front almost straight away, just 3 minutes after he scored, just get that goal back and put myself 2-1 up. And after that, again, I was just dominating, just hounding his goal. It wasn't until the 72nd minute that I managed to score another goal. Wellington Silva picks the ball up on the edge of the box there, just nice passing move. Like, I enjoy moves in and around the edge of the box, especially when you put even together sort of 5 or 6 passes, just because, I don't know, it's nice though. And a bit of poor defending from him there lets Wellington Silva in, and we make it 3-1. And 3-1 is not even close to the final score, even though we're only in the 80th minute. FifaGamingHD there with a super little elastico chop, and a great finish from the edge of the area to make it 4-1. And just a couple of minutes later, again, this guy, he's lost all composure now. He's lost his ability to defend. He's diving into tackles, and when people dive into tackles against me, it's game over. Like, I've got the ability and the skill moves to absolutely destroy people when they try and do that sort of thing. A roulette around the keeper there, quite lucky. Didn't want to try and shoot, so just crossed it back over, and Fotakis in the 86th minute makes it 6-1. And 6-1 is the final score. After I got to 5 or 6 goals, I tried to score some really nice skill goals, and for some reason this guy quits. In the 90th minute, I would say it would be connection lost, but he had paused it a couple of times just before, and instead of going to forfeit match, I think he just went to, like, decided against quitting. But he did eventually quit. Don't see the point of doing it in the 90th minute, because you know, if you just wait a few more minutes, you're going to get you keep your DNF and whatnot. So we go into the final, guys, of the silver regionals. If you guys wondering about my team as well, the team I've got, I'm playing up front. I've got FifaGamingHD and El Shaarawy. At right midfield, I've got Quincy Musa-Bay. In centre midfield, I've got a Greek player called Fotakis who has 4-star skills, and the other centre midfielder is an Italian midfielder from AC Milan who goes behind El Shaarawy, just to give him 9 chemistry. Left midfield, I am playing with Wellington Silva. Left back, you have to excuse a train again in the background, stupid trains. At left back, I've got Marcio Azevedo, and at right back, I've got Cicinho. In centre back, I've got Diego Heleno and Manuel, and that's Diego Heleno scoring a super goal there. And in goal, I've got Diego Cavalieri. So ultimately, it's a Brazilian team. If you want to find out more about these players, just go ahead over to my channel, and there's many descriptions on them, as El Shaarawy scores a super goal there. I think that was to make it 2-0 after the free kick. So in the final now, we're 2-0 up, and on the stroke of half time, another nice passing move. FifaGamingHD just doing some super work on the edge of the box, a nice little roulette just to get some space, and 3-0. Oh, for some reason this clips in twice. My apologies, I don't know why it's in twice. An error on my part. So 3-0 is the half-time score, and I thought it was home and hosed. And just after half-time, something I like to try and do is just kick the ball back from a corner to my... it's always like a midfielder or a striker that's there. Unfortunately, this time I made a clerical error, and the guy goes through on goal. You know, and it was a silly mistake. He just chips the keeper. Very delightful little chip, to be fair to him. It was a nice little finish. And I made it difficult on myself from there on in, you know, giving away a stupid goal when I could have just whipped the corner in and maybe gone 4-0 or something. In the 86th minute, the guy actually, the first half I dominated the guy. The second half, he seemed to have learned very quickly how my style of play worked and defended against it admirably. But he pulled it back to 3-2. But that is the end of the game, guys. I did win the tournament, so thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.
It's been fun working with you as always. Hope you've all enjoyed it. We can't wait for the next one. We'll